You see, what you don't know about me, what you can never tell about me, is that I am a survivor of sexual assault. And that is a large part of my story. So tonight, when I say that we're going to retake our story, what I mean by that is that we're hopefully going to change the way that we talk about this topic. Because so often the way that we have the conversation around sexual violence in general is broken. Far too often, we don't have this conversation until someone in our community has experienced it. And by then, we are far too late. A lot of times, the way we have this conversation makes people like me, makes survivors feel ashamed of what someone else did to us, like we are somehow responsible. And many times, survivors are fearful of coming forward for the fear of how the people around them are going to react to them. More often than not, we're not having this conversation because it is a difficult one, but we're just not talking about it. But if we can't talk about this the right way and we can't tell the right story around it, then how are we expected to stop it? So tonight, I'm going to tell you my story. I'm going to talk about why that matters to you and what we all can do around it. People ask me all the time, how do we stop sexual violence? Like there's some magic answer, and there isn't. The way that we stop sexual violence is a lot of small things over time, but part of those small things are the actions that you are taking in your organizations and chapters on a regular basis. Now there's this concept of bystander engagement, bystander intervention, and something you're probably familiar with. It is the idea that if we see something happening, where if there is an incident of harm going on, whether it's a fight's about to break out, someone's too drunk to drive, or an incident of potential sexual violence, if we see harm occurring or about to occur, we will engage. We will try and act to prevent that from occurring, so we will stop further harm. Now, this is a great concept, but oftentimes people think of it the wrong way. A lot of times when we teach bystander engagement, people oftentimes think of the act in question. And that is their idea of bystander engagement. They say, yeah, if I see something, I would step in. That's actually secondary engagement. Primary bystander engagement is what occurs before that incident ever occurred. It is looking at all the behaviors, values, and beliefs and norms that allowed that incident to occur in the first place. Yes, if you see an act of harm occurring, you need to engage. But I need you to do a better job of looking inwards of what's happening in your organizations right now, what's happening in your communities, what's happening in your chapters, because the most effective form of bystander engagement isn't us doing it in the moment, it's us doing it way beforehand. I will always be a survivor of sexual assault. This will always be my story. I do this work because I'm okay, because it is possible for survivors to heal. Because this is not the entire part of my story, but it is a part of it. But it didn't have to be. And it shouldn't have to be anyone else's. I do this work because I believe in you. I believe that you have the power to create this change. I believe that you are the ones to have these conversations. I believe that no matter how hard or difficult it may be, you are the ones who know what you need to do to stop this. There's no one magic answer to preventing sexual violence. It takes a lot of people doing a lot of things on a regular basis. But I know that you can be those people, and I need you to be those people.